Greetings from Appleton West High School. We got high school football here tonight on a beautiful evening in Appleton. It is Appleton West hosting Pere. I am Joey D, bringing in my broadcast partner here tonight, Zach Morris. And Zach, we're about halfway through this alternate season. What are you expecting here this evening?
Yeah, we're near the end of the regular season, then we'll have the two competitive games later on. But it's going to be a very interesting game tonight because due to the fact that you look at these two opponents, they normally don't play each other. We've been saying that all season long with these groupings. But this is a matchup where you have Pere, they're on a hot streak. Now you have Appleton West. I think they were shell-shocked game one when West showed that Oshkosh West, they were going to be a tough running team, and they just weren't prepared for that, and they've really played a lot better since.
Yeah, definitely. You got Appleton West coming in at 2-1. Pere, you mentioned on a roll at 3-0. Huge win over Bayport. Man, talk about momentum, right? How big is that this week?
Well, you'll hear from their head coach talking about how big that win is because it's a rivalry between Pere and Bayport. Mm-hmm. And to finally get that win can do so much and possibly push this team maybe to undefeated spring season. I don't know. We'll find out.
Absolutely. Great conditions here this evening in Appleton for high school football, and we are about to bring it to you. It is Pere and Appleton West. We will hear from both of the head coaches coming up next as our high school football game pregame show continues right after this.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
Back here on our high school football pregame show tonight, we have Pere and Appleton West. Time for a little coach's corner here, and we first of all talk with the visitors on the scoreboard. He is in his 10th season, head coach of the Pere Redbirds. It is Chad Michaelwitz. Am I saying that right?
Yes,
first
sir.
of all?
Yes, sir.
All right, Chad, off to a perfect start. Surprised or expected?
You know, it'd be arrogant to say expected, but we're not surprised either. They're a great group. They really banded together during the whole COVID uncertainty, and we knew we had talent. It was just a matter of learning how to win, and you know, I would say we're probably a little bit ahead of schedule, but not overly surprised either.
Last week, take me back. Touchdown win over Bayport. Take me back.
Yeah, you know, it's Pere and Bayport, I think, are two of the finer schools in Northeast Wisconsin. It's a natural rivalry, but, you know, we hadn't held up our end of the bargain on the football field the last couple years, but we were also, you know, the last local team to beat them. So we always had a deep-rooted belief, but when you have the legitimate athletes that can go pound for pound with them, you know, it really carries you and allows you to do something like that. So it was just an awesome night for our program and our community.
Tonight, you hit the road. You are here in Appleton, take on West. What's the scouting report on the Terrors?
Yeah, you know, they're very unknown. You know, going off of a couple games, it was funny. We're watching, they played Sheboygan North, triple option, Oshkosh West, wing T, and Manitowoc kind of a veer. So we didn't get a lot of a read off of them. But, you know, we know the league that they're in. They've had some up years, they've had some down years, but they play good competition year in and year out. So we're expecting a good test.
Good. All right. Well, good luck tonight and the rest of the season.
All right. Thank you.
There goes. That is Pere coach Chad Michaelwitz. More of the high school football pregame show coming up right after this.
We asked Fox Communities Credit Union members, what does happiness look like to you? We found out that happiness looks a little different for everyone. For some, it's the biggest days. For others, it's the smallest celebrations. From the brightest smiles to the greatest adventures, we give our members peace of mind so that they can enjoy the sweetest moments in life. Whatever your vision of happiness looks like, Fox is here to help you make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
A world of opportunities closer to home. The University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. With over 250 majors, minors, and emphases, No matter what you plan to do or be, we can help you get there. On campus or online, UW Oshkosh.
And welcome back to our high school football pregame show. Time now to talk with the home team. And it is Coach Mitch Johnson. They are 2-1 on the season. Coach, 3 games in. Assess your season so far.
First game we had to go in with a young quarterback. That was our backup because of a suspension. But since then we've been rolling. Offense and defense are peaking right now, and we're hoping that we continue to get better tonight. But very strong road wins the last 2 games. And we're excited to be back home, and this should be a big-time matchup for us.
Last week, went over Sheboygan North. What went right for you there?
Our run game and our defense. So that's, for me, that's big because that's what we're trying to build here at West is grittiness and the fact that we're not scared of pounding the ball down your throat, and we're also not scared of stopping the run. And, tonight, with Pere, we're going to see our pass defense, and, on offense, we're excited to see how we are against a defense that's just like us. So we're excited.
That kind of answers my last question here for you. Tonight, you welcome in Pere. They're undefeated on the season. What else do you know about them?
I know that they had a great game last week against Bayport. This is one of those years, we don't usually play them, so this can be probably one of the first matchups in a while. So it's exciting. So that's my answer to you is we really don't know that much other than what we've seen on film. They play a defense kind of like ours, and they pass a lot like us. So, it's going to be a matchup of who makes the best chess moves. And so we're very excited. Our guys are fired up, and they're ready to rock and roll at senior night, and we're ready to get a big-time win for our program.
Let's play some chess here on a Friday night. How
yes,
about
sir.
It?
How about it?
There he goes. More of our pregame show coming up right after this.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Communities mean everything to Fox. It's in our name. It means giving back and moving forward through life's changes. It means evolving to give you the best personalized financial services. Fox has been here since 1937. Times have changed, but our focus hasn't. It's about our members, today and always. Fox Communities Credit Union. Make life happen.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
A world of opportunities closer to home. The University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. With over 250 majors, minors, and emphases, no matter what you plan to do or be, we can help you get there. On campus or online, UW Oshkosh.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
And the end of our national anthem here tonight as we bring it back on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. We do thank you for joining us here on this beautiful Friday evening at Appleton West High School, where we've got for you tonight the doozy. It is the Pere Redbirds. They are taking on the Appleton West Terrors. I am Joey D alongside Zach Morris, and let's bring Zach back in. And I tell you what, I was telling you this before the game, whenever they first started marching out, this is the first time I have seen a marching band on a high school football field in about a year and a half. I really did. I got goosebumps, man. This is the way it is. We're almost back to where it used to be, man. Yeah. This feels so good.
Yeah, if you're a big fan of having the bands, it's a great sign to see. So we're getting closer to what can be next fall if everything starts to pan out the way it is, hopefully we're in a situation with back to normal, but hey, we'll take this spring season because it's still better than nothing.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at how these two teams got here. You take a look at the De Pere schedule, 3-0, including that big victory last week over Bayport, 20-13, knocking them off after cruising over Green Bay Southwest, and then kind of a tight one against Appleton West, and then they will round out their quote-unquote regular season next week against Manitowoc Lincoln. As for Appleton West, they lost their opener to Oshkosh West, but then came back with the victory over Manitowoc Lincoln for Appleton West. And then last week, they actually beat Sheboygan North. That is not here on our slate, but they did beat Sheboygan North 28-6, so they come into this one at 2-1. And we're just about ready for action. This is one of a lot of games here in the area this evening during the spring schedule. And like I said, it is starting to wind down, believe it or not. We do want to thank all of our fine sponsors as well. And that being Fox Communities Credit Union, Myron Construction, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, and UW Oshkosh. About ready to kick things off. It's Appleton West in their home dark blue uniforms on their beautiful field here at Appleton West High School. And they will be receiving the Redbirds in the bright white uniforms with the red numerals. And the high boot goes way deep and bounces into the end zone. And so that is where the West offense will come out here for the first time this evening. And they are led by quarterback Matt Vanderputten. Check that. It'll be Vanderputten or is it Hamus? I believe it's going to be Jack Hamus. But there's most of the West starters here this evening. As for the De Pere defense, a lot of upperclassmen on this De Pere offense as West gets things going here. 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Hamus with the handoff to the left side. Ben Velasquez, the first carry. So the quarterback, a sophomore in Hamus, and also Velasquez, a sophomore. 24 sophomores listed on this West roster. And a gain of 3. It's 2nd down and 7 on the 23. Second play of scrimmage here from the shotgun formation. Handoff again to Velasquez. Cutting left, cutting right. Across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Looks like a gain of 3, so our first 3rd down of the game. And they're in a hurry-up offense.
Hard-earned runs for yards there, Joey, because this is a team that doesn't allow that many yards, and the fact you'll also have to look at their point total. The most they allowed is 13 for the Redbirds, so you're going against a solid defense for the Teres. You'd love to get a first down here to keep this drive and get some momentum building already.
3rd down and 4 on the 26-yard line, man in motion. Hamus rolls to his right, fires it across, almost picked off. Good defense in the secondary. Jack Jorgensen got a hand on that one, and it will be 3 and out on the first possession of the ball game here for Appleton West. They are forced to punt. Clock stops with 10:43. You see that up in the upper right-hand corner. And so the De Pere offense will get it for the first time. That is Bennett Spaeth, who is back deep for De Pere. He's standing on about his 38-yard line. Punt is up in the air. Fair catch is called at the 43-yard line. And that's where we will see the De Pere offense for the first time. They will come out with their sophomore quarterback as well, Gabe Herman. Adam Timbrook, he will carry the ball. Bennett Spaeth, their leading senior wide receiver. As for the defense for Appleton West, there's a couple of the guys that we'll be calling. You see a bunch of seniors listed there as well. And so, from their own 43-yard line, De Pere has it for the first time. And the first run of the game, Adam Timbrook, the 5'9", 185-pound senior. Timbrook on the season averages just over 5 yards a carry in the first 3 games. Does have 3 touchdowns as well. That's an average of almost 100 yards a game. That time gaining 3, almost 2 minutes into the contest. West didn't score on their first possession. Second play here for Pere. Shotgun formation. Herman takes it, hands it off. Right side is Timbrook again. And that time he did go out of bounds. So the clock stops. A short gain, so it is going to be 3rd down and about 5. They'll mark it on the 48-yard line.
This offense is hard to prepare for, especially in these 3rd and 5 situations where they can run the ball and pass. They're really great on both sides of the ball in offense, on the ground, in the air.
3rd down and 5 on the 48-yard line. The toss back. Timbrook gets it, cuts it, back across the hash marks. There he goes, inside the 20-yard line before finally being dragged out of bounds by Terry Poe. Ran him down from behind, but a big-time gain on 3rd down, and Pere, the first down of the game, and they're in the red zone.
You're in a down where you think it's going to be a passing situation for the Redbirds, but they weren't afraid to go with the run, and that worked out perfect. A couple seal blocks letting him get out, but a great tackle by West to be able to get a chance to prevent any points to be scored.
Nice job by Poe, the senior. Does a little bit of everything for Appleton West. It is 1st and 10 on the 18-yard line of Appleton West. Herman cuts it up himself, has a guy, and just did overthrow him. Looking for Jack May. I'm sure Herman wants that one back, because if he can just put it in between the 1 and the 7, that might be 6.
Yeah, for Pere, it was a play what you want. He had plenty of time to throw. Just could not get it to his receiver, who was wide open.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball marked on the 18-yard line. After the long run, setting up. Good field position here. The toss back again. This is Timbrook. And the senior in a little bit of trouble this time, and gang tackled from behind. Jet Tepler, the senior, getting the credit. You could hear his family right below us. Good crowd here tonight at Appleton West. Good to see, too. This is the way Friday night should be. Maybe a few more people, but it's good to see fans in the stands and a band and cheerleaders.
And for those who are listening online, our YouTube stream, let us know where you're watching.
Yeah, exactly. Split receivers here to the near, one to the far side. 3rd down and 8. Second 3rd down here in a row this drive. Ball on the 16-yard line. Back to pass is Herman. Still looking, steps up now. Has a guy in the corner. Reaching across. Touchdown to Pere. Noah Guillen, a 16-yard reception on 3rd down. Again, a big conversion, and it is 6-0 to Pere.
Just a great pass, being able to look over the field, and a great starting drive for the Redbirds. Plenty of time on the pass, too.
Guillen, a big tight end. Only a sophomore. 6'3", 190 pounds.
What really helps in this Redbirds offense, Joey, is they have multiple receiving threats, not just 1 or 2.
I think they're down a little bit of a high snap. But the kick is up, and it is no good, just to the left. And so with 8:33 remaining, our score, 6-0. Back after this on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
"100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
Well, just a couple of plays to Pere. With the first score of the game, and the kick is bobbled and picked up inside the 10-yard line, and down he goes. Good open field tackle there on special teams. After the bobbled kick, Mason Stecker ran all the way down the field, and West is going to start deep in their own territory on their second possession of the game. That last drive, a 57-yard drive, took about 2 minutes off of the clock. That's how quick they can strike. And they'll mark it on the 9-yard line. That's where West will start this drive. First one was 3 and out for them. And 4 wide receivers. And a wide open drop in and out of the hands of Chris Meyer. He gets up and claps his hand really hard, bringing up 2nd down and 10. Thrown a little bit in front of him, but those are still ones that coach would say, got to catch.
Well, it's a heartbreak because due to the fact that would have been a great play already where he would have caught it, and then he still had space to run.
So it's 2nd down and 10 on the 9-yard line. Amos back to pass, looking left again, firing sideline, has a man wide open, cutting it across the 30 down to the 35-yard line. Spencer Steffen with a big reception. The 9 out to the 35. 26-yard pickup, if my Indiana math is correct. 1st and 10, big play. The first down converted here for West, their second possession. That's got to feel good. Get things going just a little bit. Handoff up the middle. Ben Valevsky once again. And the sophomore gains about 5 up to the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 5. Well, they still have the yard marker at 4th down.
Well, it was a good carry, too, especially for 1st down. A lot of options for 2nd down. But just the fact that they get outside of the 20 now gives them a chance to breathe and run their offense the way they want to.
Yeah.
And I have to worry if this goes wrong, you're punting deep in your own territory.
That's why you're the color guy. I like the way you put that. Room to breathe here. Because they were stuck. They started this drive back inside the 10-yard line. And now across midfield, dragging players with him. He is still on his feet. Look at Valevsky go down to the 41-yard line. A 19-yard pickup that looked like it was going to be about an 8-yard pickup maybe at the most, and he just kept on going.
Well, Valevsky shows you why defensive coaches teach you to tackle with your body, not your arms. A couple players had arm tackles on his lower legs, but not enough to trip him up, and Valevsky continued to power his way through past midfield.
Momentum building here for the Terrors. Down 6-0 after the Pere scored on their first drive and missed the extra point. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. Long snap count here. Hand off. Again, Valevsky, and taken down by Caleb Bernard. Couple more for him. He keeps adding on.
Valevsky had 2 good carries to start out the first drive, and he's continued to use that power he has in the second drive.
Again, the quarterback, Jack Amos, only a sophomore. Valevsky, only a sophomore. Future definitely bright here for this West program, coming in at 2-1. And again, it is Valevsky, and Did he get enough? I don't think so. He's going to be probably just shy of the first down. So it's going to be third down and short.
Early on, for when West has the ball, the Tere's offensive line is really doing a solid job getting up the ball first and giving running space.
Third and officially 1 on the 31-yard line. And off, and again, he was hit in the backfield, but just kept on going. And Luke Brozig with the tackle, he got to be thinking, what do I got to do to bring this guy down? Finally did, but moved the chains. First and 10 up to the 30-yard line. Remember, they started this drive back on their own 9-yard line about 3 minutes ago.
The Redbirds finally do a great job of trying to stop the run, but those couple of yards, he only needed 1 or 2 for that first down.
Hard count again. Here's the snap. Looking to the flat. Instead, he throws it out front, and good defense in the secondary by Bryson Webb. Looking for Stefan again. They were battling for it, and it just popped loose. So it brings up second and 10.
Great defensive play by Webb just to be in the area, just to make that catch a little bit harder.
West again getting the plays in from the big card on the sideline, and they look at the wristband. Surveying the field is Amos. 3 receivers to the left. That's the way that he is looking. Firing it long way downfield, and that one was up for grabs. He is very lucky that one was not picked off by Kobe Colon. It was almost like he was throwing it, trying to get it right to Colon. But he even overthrew him. Boy, that one got some air under it, as they like to say. Dangerous pass. Lucky for West, it fell incomplete. So it brings up third down and 10. Clock stopped. You see it in the corner there with 4:55 remaining in this first quarter. Seen a lot of action. Pere showing blitz. Hand off to Valesky. He beats that blitz and then some. And he is brought down. It's going to bring up a fourth down decision here for head coach Mitch Johnson.
The decision is going to be, what do you want to do on this play? I mean, you could run the ball. You've been getting good carries. Maybe you can surprise the Pere on maybe a nice run, but the passing game is looking pretty good in this drive.
Fourth down and 4. Little pump fake, and he threw it over the middle and threw it behind the intended receiver, which was Stefan, and a turnover on downs, our first turnover of the game. I kind of like to play. We got people listening in all over the place. Update us here, Zach. What do you see?
We got Nathan chiming in saying he's watching in Shirley, Wisconsin. Never heard of that. New area. De Pere School District, but go Teres.
Oh, all right. Chime in there. It's our YouTube channel.
We also got William listening from Portage, Michigan.
Nice.
We also have Marissa, who's watching from Savannah, Georgia. Go West.
Beautiful Savannah, Georgia. Chime in and let us know where you're watching. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Here from lovely Appleton, Wisconsin. And there's the fake handoff, and, well, West did not bite. Herman goes down. Did he go behind the line of scrimmage? Or did they give him right at where they started? On their own 24-yard line. And they give him no gain. Second and 10, under 4 minutes left to play. After the big stop there by the Pere defense, they take over on their second possession of the game. They scored on their first one. A 57-yard drive. Off and running, Gabe Herman, sophomore quarterback, finding some space, running across midfield. Ran out of bounds at the 49-yard line. And again, another big play for De Pere. We've seen several of them here in the first quarter.
Herman won't take the ball off and running multiple times in a game, but when he does, he just knows when to leave because he has a threat with his arm and his legs, and he has that speed you saw. Before you know it, he's already past the first down marker and continuing. That dual threat quarterback makes you have to be prepared for every option.
Herman came into the game, the first 3 games of the season, averaging about 5 yards a carry. So far, adding to that here in the first quarter. And a little jet sweep around to Jack May, still on his feet here on the near sideline. Tripped up, did he go out of bounds? He did. Another question, did he get a first down? It's very close, depends on where the side judge says he stepped out, but we do have a penalty. And everybody's walking backwards. First penalty of the game going to go on De Pere, a holding call. Oh, boy, that'll frustrate a coaching staff right away. First penalty of the game. So drop them back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And back into their own territory they go. Right on the 40-yard line. So that is going to bring up, first and 21 is what they mark it. And they restart the clock. Just under 3:20 left to play.
It's a tough break now for the Redbirds after they had that big run by the quarterback. Now they're in the situation where you need big yards in these short amount of plays you're going to have.
They've had a couple big plays already, looking for another one. Instead, they toss it to the flat. That is caught by the big tight end. Bowling out of bounds, Noah Guillen, who scored their first and only touchdown so far, and gets back up to the original line of scrimmage. It's about a gain of 11. Be second down and 10.
Always makes your offensive line coach a little bit relaxed. After the first play, you get the penalty yards back. Okay, my group isn't the main reason why this drive might come to an end. So great job by the Redbirds to gain all the penalty yardage back.
Guillen, only a sophomore, played varsity basketball as well. Coach's note says super bright future as well. Asked Coach for some notes. He sent me some. We'll get those mixed in throughout the game about some of these players. Here's a handoff right side. Tim Brook outside the numbers, and he got enough for a first down. So what was 21, first and 21 is now first and 10. That didn't take long.
It's going to be a little frustrating for the Teres coaching staff. We're in that great situation. Okay, we have a great opportunity now to get the ball back, but don't give up because you still have a lot of yards left before the end zone. So doing a great, just find a way to just get a couple stops and create a 3rd and long.
First and 10 now, ball marked on the 38-yard line. Pere scored on their first drive. They're going to make it 2 in a row. Started this one on their own 24-yard line. And once again, here is Tim Brook. He's got some running room to the outside. Dragged down from behind. And that's going to move the chains once again to the 15-yard line. Boy, this De Pere offense, very impressive so far.
Norman did a great job waiting for the final second to actually make the handoff, and that's key decision-making from a sophomore quarterback. That is hard to find in any level of football.
Ought to get future talent here, present talent for both of these teams. Here on, I don't think we've mentioned it yet, it is senior night. They were honoring the seniors prior to the contest. Always a special night, even if you didn't get to play much like me. Here on the quarterback keeper is Herman. Cuts it right, cuts it left, and cuts it into, no signal yet, I want to say, into the end zone, but no, they're going to mark him down at the 1-foot line, it looks like. Boy, what a move by the sophomore. Shedding tacklers. And it is first and goal. Officially first and 1, but that's about as close as you can get. I mean, that's a little far away from up here, and of course we don't have instant replay, unfortunately, but man, he was really close. But guys in the black and white say he is down just shy of the end zone. Shotgun formation. He will take it himself, and this time, did he get in? He did. Twisting and turning into the end zone. Gabe Herman makes it 12-0 to Pere.
Well, Herman had the big run. He wanted to make sure that he got the touchdown. Just
That's
one
right.
yard away. Didn't want someone stealing it. So great job by Herman on that. This is a great drive overall. Got away from that holding, which normally kills drives. We've seen every week. But a great job by the Redbirds, continue to find a way to get those penalty yardage and continue to move the ball.
Now they missed the extra point when they scored the first time. See what the decision is here this time around. Looks like they'll try and get 2 on the board here.
And here's an opportunity for the Terrors to make up some points.
Here's the snap. And the toss back. He got in. Just barely, but diving in. Adam Fitzgerald. The 2-point conversion is good. And De Pere is up 14-0. With 1:10 left to play here in this first quarter, we will take a timeout and come back to Appleton West right after this.
We asked Fox Communities Credit Union members, what does happiness look like to you? We found out that happiness looks a little different for everyone. For some, it's the biggest days. For others, it's the smallest celebrations. From the brightest smiles to the greatest adventures, we give our members peace of mind so that they can enjoy the sweetest moments in life. Whatever your vision of happiness looks like, Fox is here to help you make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Back here in Appleton, Wisconsin, people listening all over the place. Isn't that right, Zach?
Yes, our last one. We have Walter watching from all over Wisconsin and says, go Redbirds.
And they are going. Scoring on their first 2 possessions. And again, a muffled kickoff return. That happened the last time as well. This time he picks it up and then tried to get back up off of his knees after he slipped and fell. But once your knee hits the ground, you are down. And so, once again, starting deep in their own territory. Last time it was their own 9. This time it is the 13-yard line for Appleton West on their 3rd possession of the game with 1:07 left to play in this first quarter. That last drive, pretty impressive. 3 minutes and 4 seconds. 76 yards. And they even had a 10-yard penalty. So really, they went 86 yards in 3 minutes, if you really look at it. So West trying to answer, trying to get something going here. There is Velasquez. He has been the man tonight. And brought down by Caleb Renard, the 6', 190-pound junior linebacker for the Redbirds. But a nice 7-yard pickup for Velasquez. Makes it 2nd and 3, and again giving them the breathing room that you were talking about.
Well, and Velasquez has been running pretty good all game, and so this first quarter, even though it's 14-0, we saw that last drive getting near the red zone. So this is a team that can score and keep up with the Redbirds, even though they're down 14-0 right now.
Amos sends a man in motion. That's Chris Meyer. Instead, he hands it off to Velasquez once again. He is wrapped up by that big guy, big Luca. I was talking with the coach before the game. Yeah, Luca. I'm just going to call him Luca. Gemiggnani. He's 6 foot, 235 pounds. So I'm just going to call him Luca. He's totally pretty good hockey player as well. Credited with the tackle. And that is going to do it for quarter number 1. Your score, De Pere 14 and Appleton West nothing. We will walk the length of the field here. But we will take a timeout and come back. Quarter number 2 action on the way next.
A world of opportunities closer to home. The University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. With over 250 majors, minors, and emphases, no matter what you plan to do or be, we can help you get there. On campus or online, UW Oshkosh.
Bringing it back here to Appleton West High School, Joey D. and Zach Morris. 14-0. Pere scoring on both of their possessions in that first quarter. A 16-yard touchdown pass to Noah Guillen and a 1-yard run by the quarterback Herman. After a couple of pretty impressive drives, West has it 3rd down and 1 on their own 22-yard line to start quarter number 2, and the handoff to Valesky once again, and that will be an easy first down for him up to the 25-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Give him 3 more.
If you only need a couple yards, he's your running back to go with because he's shown all game. I mean, he's continuing this second quarter that this West offensive line's giving him space to run, and this offense, again, continues to move the ball, especially with the 2 issues on special teams.
I got him as only playing 1 game, had 154 yards for 7.3 average. Well on his way to 100 yards here this evening. Tack on a few more right here. And a tackle. Luca is on the tackle. The big hacky guy. I think he's okay with being called Luca. I think I got the PA guy to start calling him just Luca. So it is 2nd down and 7. Ball marked on the 28-yard line. West on their 3rd possession of the game. 3 and out the first one. A little bit more impressive on the second one, but a turnover on downs. This one, keeper by Hamas, and boy, he was tough to take down. Tackle by Spaeth again. Spaeth has been in on quite a few tackles. And it will bring up 3rd down and 2. Another key 3rd down here on their own 33-yard line. You got 2 receivers up top. 1 down low here. Shotgun formation. And split backfield. Long count here. Valesky gets it. Hit in the backfield. Did he get enough, though? Hit by Caleb Renard. But no, Valesky once again using that small stature and lowering his shoulders, keeping those feet going and moving the chains again. A big 3rd down pickup for the Terrors.
Well, Joey, we also have watchers, viewers from on the road. Jen chiming in saying, my family is driving back from Minnesota, so watching from a state span, go Eli, number 40, and Appleton West.
Oh, all right. Eli Much, the sophomore. That one is, you could hear the crowd just call that one. Ooh, oh. Look like 3 or 4 players were going to have that one.
The worst part is those tip situations when it's around 3 different players, the fact that each team had an opportunity to come up with that ball and multiple players.
That's what I love about having fans back. Sometimes I don't even have to talk. Just let the fans do it. Oh.
The emotion that happened in that 1 second frame.
Yep, exactly. Emotion. 2nd and 10, 36-yard line. Just under 10 minutes left to play first half. Pere showing blitz. Give it to Valesky once again, and he is wrapped up by that blitz. The tackle made by Luke Rosig again. 6 foot, 180-pound junior. And just like that, it is 3rd down again. 3rd and 9 this time.
That's what the Redbirds needed, to find a way to at least stop Valesky from not having those big runs, especially on 2nd down.
Yep. It was like they knew what was going to happen. It's called film work. Here's the little play action fake and toss to the flat. It is complete, rolling across the 47-yard line, and that is enough for a first down. Another big third down pickup. How many times have I said that here this evening? Move the chains again. 1st and 10 on the 47.
This was a great route. We had the comeback, caught the ball, still a couple yards short from the first down, but able to just fight for that extra yard.
Going in motion, Caden Bell. And he may have started a little early. No flag, though. Long pass down deep, and good coverage by, I believe that was Jorgensen. Looking for Stefan. One-on-one, he had, it's usually a pretty good battle. And he's a go-up-and-get-it kind of guy, but he couldn't get it that time. So it's 2nd down and 10. I like it, though, going for the long ball.
Great coverage by the Redbirds. Not a very contested throw.
Mm-hmm. It's a good matchup there. Jack Jorgensen up against Spencer Steffen. Amos with 3 to the top as far as wide receivers. Instead, the toss back goes to Valesky. Cross midfield. That's going to be close to a first down, I think, just shy of it. Needed to get to the 43. He got to the 44, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. He did step out of bounds, so the clock will stop. 8:37 remaining.
That's where he's just so dangerous. The fact that, again, looking at a possible 3rd and long if you're unable to get yards, but continue just to use that pitch and just change it from that last 2nd down play.
Here's the snap. Only needed 1. He got a lot more than that. There he goes. Down the numbers and into the end zone. A 44-yard touchdown run by Ben Valesky puts Appleton West on the board. Boy, that burst of speed. As soon as he found a hole, whew, he was gone.
Powerful runner. We've seen it the whole first half, and when they need him the most, once he got open space, no one's going to catch him.
Very impressive drive that time. Boy, did West need that. Remember, that started with 1:07 remaining in the first quarter on their own 13-yard line, and they turn it into 6. We'll see if they can turn it into 7. And they do. With 8:28 remaining in this first half. West on the board. It is 14-7. We'll take a timeout. Come back to West right after this.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
All right, partner, we got ourselves a ball game. Joey D alongside Zach Morris, 14-7. What a drive by Appleton West.
Well, it's that drive you need just to match those 2 scores from the Redbirds, and the Teres did a fantastic job in the situation on a 3rd and 10, just getting through those tough situations, just like the Redbirds did on the previous drive on their 1st and 21.
About a 4.5-minute drive over the span of the end of the first quarter on into the second quarter. They went 87 yards. So, on the kickoff, they'll run it out. Spaeth will bring it out to the 32-yard line. Always unsure exactly where the mark kickoffs. Referees kind of differ sometimes.
Again, let us know where you're watching on our YouTube video stream. And glad to have you here. We have Bull Falls saying, just here to watch Noah Guillen.
There you go. Well, he watched him score the first touchdown of the game on a 16-yard pass. He's a big fella. Got a feeling we'll be calling his name again sometime tonight. So from their own 32-yard line, Scored on their first 2 possessions. We'll see if Pere can make it 3 for 3. Looking to make a big play to guess who. right on cue there, Noah. I get to call his name again. This time, though, an incomplete pass. As was looking for him across the middle.
Just a great route runner. Had a great chance, but the ball was just a little overthrown. But again, it shows you the threat that he is.
That's just fantastic. Right when you give a shout out to him from somebody watching. Watching just for him, by the way. I think they heard us. 2nd and 10 on their own 32-yard line. Herman calls his own number, and he is hammered. Who got him there? That was Brandon Dodge. Woo, boy. That was a hard-earned 5 yards.
He does a great job knowing when to run the ball, but he did not see Dodge at all. So when he realized Dodge was in the area, it was just too late. It was a big hit.
So they're marking on the 36.
And a great job by Herman just to make sure he held onto the ball, too. When you get a hit like that, especially from the backside, it's tough to make sure you're holding on to that ball.
3rd down and 7. Back to pass. Has some time. Fires it in just short of the intended receiver. And that was Bennett Spaeth. If you'd have caught it, would have been a first down, but instead a 3 and out, a big defensive stop by West. They will get the ball back with plenty of time to try and tie this thing back up. And back to receive, Brennan Sunke and also Ben Valesky. They will stand on about the 35-yard line. And they're just going to let it go. Takes a West bounce. And downing it to Bennett Spaeth on, they're going to mark it a 38-yard line. So 3 and out for the first time as the Pere scored on their first couple of drives for them.
Student section. We get to see that too many places under the spring alternate season, so nice to see that. You got the marching band, you got everything starting to feel like a normal game.
Yes, I love it. I got goosebumps. I really did when they first started coming out because it's only my 2nd game this season. Of course, no bands or anything last fall. So I hadn't seen a band since last fall on a football field. There's a good carry out to the 45-yard line. They continue to pound the ball on the ground. Second down and 3 now on the 45. Just under 7 minutes left to play. Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. Long count this time. And a delayed handoff, but he still is able to pound his way for a first down. Valesky adds to his total tonight up to the 49-yard line. First and 10. You hear the crowd that really came alive that last drive. That first score for West, and then the big defensive stop. See if they can do something with it. And on the run pass option, he decided to run with it. Maybe should have tossed it because he was knocked down. They do give him forward progress. So Amos gains 1, and it'll be 2nd down and 9 right at midfield.
Well, you would love to keep giving it to Valesky over and over, but the problem is you're going to have the Redbirds catch on. So you have to try something new with passes, options.
It's time to go right back to the man of the night so far, Valesky. And it'll bring up another big 3rd down. Knocked down by Caleb Bernard. of the Redbirds. Into De Pere territory.
It was this situation around this marker where they had the big third and 10 to continue the drive and get the touchdown. So let's see what the Terrors can do here, but also a chance for the Redbirds to come up with a big stop.
2 receivers to each side. Amos takes the snap, and the rush is on. He scrambles, takes off running, a flag on the play. He is tackled shy of the first down, but we'll see what the laundry's about. Officials gathering. We've only had 1 penalty so far. It was a holding on to Pere. And they're still talking about it. Nobody moving either way. It is a face mask on to Pere. Oh, boy, what a big penalty. Second one of the game, second one on them. And that's going to move them forward for a first down. They will mark it on the 39-yard line to keep the drive alive. It would have been a 4th down and about 3 or so. Instead, 1st and 10. Again, plenty of receivers to choose from. He sends Caden Bell in motion. And the fake handoff, and not faked. Down he goes. Look, Brozig was right there. That's where you got to make up your mind if you're going to cue in on the running back or cue in on the quarterback. He cued in on the right guy.
Great
Big
job.
loss.
Well, great job by De Pere being able to finally get that big first down stop and loss of yards where they've been so great with Valesky.
2nd and 14. Now on the 43-yard line. Back to passes, Amos, and a second straight loss. This time it looked like Renard got into the backfield. And they push him back into their own territory across midfield to the 49-yard line. A big loss. It's going to be 3rd and 22.
And that was a powerful quarterback rush going in for the sack, too.
Back-to-back big defensive plays by the Redbirds after they committed the big penalty. That's the way to recover.
When you get him soaring in like that for a big quarterback sack, you're going to get the ball back quickly.
Surveying the field is Amos. They show the blitz. They bring the blitz from the outside. Shuffled out of the pocket, firing it down the far sideline, and incomplete. And so that's going to bring up 4th and long. The punt team's going to have to come on. I like that call, too. Hey, it's 3rd and very long. You go ahead and send them after them. And it worked. So it appears we'll get the ball back. We know this offense can strike quickly. They did their first 2 possessions. First one only about 2 minutes. Second one only about 3 minutes. Here they will have roughly 3 minutes. Almost blocked there. Takes a high bounce on this new turf here at Appleton West. And so with 3:14 remaining in the first half, De Pere will take over on their own 27-yard line. This will be their 4th possession. Scored on their first 2. Forced to a 3-and-out their last one. But this is plenty of time for them.
Oh, it's plenty of time, and also plenty of time for the Terrors to get up with a big stop as well. I mean,
Yeah.
This is where we're going. Remember, it was a 3-and-out the last time the Redbirds had the ball. So this game can alter so many different ways in this last 3 minutes.
Both teams with all of their timeouts, all 3 of them. Scrambling as Herman fires it to the near sideline. Guess who hauls it in? Mr. Gian. Gets out of bounds with 3:07. After a 7-yard pickup, 2nd and 3.
You can always message us on our Facebook. Sorry, I want to say Facebook, but it's YouTube. We used to be on Facebook, on our YouTube live stream, and we have Bing messaging us saying, go number 48, Brandon Dodge, who had a couple big tackles.
There you go. Junior middle linebacker. Shout out to Mr. Dodge.
That linebacking group did a great job getting the ball back for the Redbirds.
Across the middle, Guillen with the catch. Dragging a couple of defenders with him inside West territory down to the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 right there. And, boy, in 13 seconds, they have already gone. Let me do the quick math. 23 and 11, 34 yards in 13 seconds.
And that's the difference between
Wow.
that last drive, Joey, the fact that he overthrew Guillen. That was now set up the big 3rd down. So a big catch there, but they did not have the last time out.
Herman takes the snap. This time they run the football, and they are stuffed right there at the line of scrimmage. And running back Adam Fitzgerald. Templer with the stop.
He got in right away, which slowed him down. And great job by the Terrors. You know, when you wrap the running back up, you still need another teammate to make sure he's down, and that's what they did with that tackling.
No gain, and no timeout called yet either. Like I said, both teams with all 3 of them as we wind down this first half. We approach the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 10 on the 39-yard line. Here is the toss back. Cutting back inside the hash marks. There goes Adam Timbrook, and there he goes. Did he get into the end zone? No, just shy of the end zone. Timbrook, again, with a big attack here. Who needs a timeout? That's why I'm up here in the booth. They know what they're doing.
When you have the options in the passing game, especially with Guillen, and then you have your quarterback that can run and throw, you almost forget about Timbrook, the fact that you have a running back that could strike from all distance on the field.
Second down and, or 1st down and goal, I should say, on the 2. Timbrook lines up just to the right of Herman. And to give to Timbrook, spinning his way. The ball is loose in the end zone. West says they have it. And indeed they do. It'll be a touchback. A big defensive hit right at the end zone. The ball was knocked loose. It went into the end zone and jumping on it. I didn't see a number, but wow.
Joey, do you have the credit, the 12th man, when you're going into the student section, regardless how big or small that student section is? It always brings that home field advantage, and a great job by the Terrors. Looking down by 14, and now you have some energy and time to get something on the board before half.
Minute 46 remaining with all 3 timeouts. And that stopped what was a very impressive drive by Pere. Ball is tipped and right into the hands of Mr. Steffen. Oh, my goodness.
Again, Joey, that 1 second of emotion we heard from the fans again. The ball was nearly intercepted, almost a turnover, giving it right back to the Redbirds. Great catch for the Terrors.
Instead of 15-yard gain, 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. Valesky will take it to the 39. A hurry-up offense with 90 seconds left to play. They'll set the ball right on the 39, and they'll set the offense. Quick snap. Back to pass. Dumps it off to Valesky here in the flat. Trying to get out of bounds, and he does. At the 42-yard line, a gain of 3.
John messaging in. We got a halftime score. Kimberly 10, Appleton East 0. You can also hear that on our 95.3, 99.1 The Score on the radio.
Excellent. 3rd down and 3. To the flat he goes, finds the big guy, and he spins his way for the 1st down. I believe it was Caden Bell. Indeed it was. And Bell, the UW-Oshkosh tight end commit. A timeout is called by Appleton West. Want to thank all of our sponsors here this evening. We have Fox Communities Credit Union on board, also Myron Construction, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, and UW-Oshkosh right on cue as a UW-Oshkosh recruit makes the catch there. We got 1:07 remaining. Any other shout-outs? Are you finding on there? If you'd like to go to our YouTube site and throw it in the comments, let us know where you're listening at tonight.
You got any scores?
Or
Let us
scores,
know
yeah.
as well.
Check that out. As we wind down the quote-unquote regular season, you can see all the other games that are in the area here this evening. And, of course, that one game again on the Score radio. Here we got a good one, 14-7. Just over a minute left to play. Trying to take advantage of the turnover down on the goal line. Dropping back to pass and now in some trouble. Trying to direct traffic. But the guy he was trying to get it to looks to be a little injured. He was trying to get Mason Rake to go downfield, but Rake comes up a little gimpy, and in the meantime, Hamus goes down. Hope Mason's all right. So he comes off the sideline really, I don't know if he just lost his breath or what, but looks like he's going to be all right. That was strange from the very get-go. Big loss is what it ends up. 2nd down and 19, way back on the 37-yard line with 55 seconds left to play. Another timeout is called. They still do have one, so still a couple of plays here to play with.
Well, now this enters a dangerous situation, too, for West, because you're going to try your best to get a first down on this set. But the problem is you don't want to leave too much time on the clock for the Redbirds. They have 3 timeouts left, so plenty of time for them to try to get back into the scoring position. So this play will, if you can get 10 yards, then you take that chance on 3rd down. But you may have to put the ball on the ground just to be able to waste time or force a timeout to be used by De Pere.
2nd and 19 on the 37-yard line. Amos looking left, little pump fake. Now he tosses it up for grabs, and a flag is going to be called. He was looking for it. Stefan was looking, as there was a lot of contact between him and Jack Jorgensen. Referee was right there and agreed with Spencer. Oh, a couple flags. One way back near the line of scrimmage, behind the line of scrimmage. Usually indicates holding. Personal foul. Pass interference. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. So 2 personal fouls on the Redbirds. See which one is accepted here and where they mark the football. And they'll keep on walking. Yes, indeed, and they're talking. And sing the whole song by the time they put the football down. Let's see, 48-yard line. That's where it'll be 1st and 10 with 49.5 seconds left to play.
So the accepted penalty was roughing the passer.
Okay. So officially 3 penalties, and 2 of them have been pretty costly. We'll see if this one is. They have all 3 penalties in this first half.
And that penalty changes the whole philosophy now on this drive.
Absolutely. So you still do have that timeout to play with. Amos back to pass. The rush is on. He avoids it. The little shuffle pass to Valesky. And it would almost been smarter to just throw it out of bounds because the clock continues to run. And he's back to where the original line of scrimmage was. But in the moment, you're not really thinking that. But up top here, I can say that. He should have just thrown it out of bounds. He'll heave it once again, and once again, this time no call. A lot of contact again between Stefan and Jorgensen. I guarantee you that's what they were trying to get the same call.
It was a little bit easier, though, on the sideline. We were doing the battle one-on-one compared to over in the middle of the field.
Well, that time he had a little more air under it as well. That gave the defense a little more time to go over and actually turn around to try and make a play. That's why the last play was pass interference. He wasn't even trying to make the play. So it is 3rd down and 14. Hamus once again, the rush is on him, and he is hit late. The pass is complete. The referee, I thought, was reaching for the flag for a late hit, but instead it is a complete pass out at the 30-yard line. Boy, Amos went down. Big Luca got him. And after the completion, the timeout is called again by Appleton West. So we'll take a quick one as well and come back for the final of this first half right after this.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Here at Appleton West High School, winding down half number one in our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. What do you do here, partner?
Well, you're at the pass, and then the question is, you want to try to throw someone near the sideline to the 15, 20-yard line to make a couple throws to the end zone a little bit easier.
Amos shuffled to his right, heaves it, looking for 6, and he got it! A 30-yard touchdown catch from Jack Amos to Chris Meyer, and they are an extra point away from tying it up.
Chris Meyer, his second big catch of the night. He had a huge first down earlier, but that one just outran the coverage and a great throw to get him right in the corner of the end zone.
Here's a big extra point. Trying to tie things up. Kick is through the uprights. New score with 5.7 seconds left to play. It is all tied up at 14. We'll take another quick timeout and come back for the final seconds after this.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Communities mean everything to Fox. It's in our name. It means giving back and moving forward through life's changes. It means evolving to give you the best personalized financial services. Fox has been here since 1937. Times have changed, but our focus hasn't. It's about our members, today and always. Fox Communities Credit Union. Make life happen.
Don't stop believing, right? Once down 14-0. It is now all tied up. 14 all with 5.7 seconds left as they drive 80 yards on that after the turnover on the 1-yard line. Looked to be a sure 6. Instead, turns into 7 for Appleton West. That's a 14-point turnaround. And they'll be able to come out and take one more snap here as there's 0.5 seconds left. Pere officially will have their 5th possession of this first half with 0.5 left.
Some messages on our YouTube stream. We have Bing messaging that man just got burnt, and that was the defensive back covering Chris Meyer, just could not keep up with him. We also have Brian, let's go Birds, keep it rolling here, of course, and he also mentions that he is a homer and coach some of the Pere kids in baseball. So thank you for your service too in the coaching role, Brian. Not easy being a coach.
Yeah. And a handoff. Getting one more carry here is Adam Timbrook, and that is going to do it for the first half. And what a first half it was. Pere scored on their first 2 possessions. And then West didn't score until their 3rd possession, but it was a big one that really turned this game around. The 44-yard run by Valesky to start the second quarter. And then the biggest play of the game was the knockout right at the goal line with about 3 minutes left to play in this first half. And West jumped on it, took over on their own 20-yard line after the touchback, and they marched 80 yards in a minute and 40 seconds, basically. And then the 30-yard pass to Chris Meyer. Extra point tied it up. That's where we sit, partner. How about this first half?
Oh, this is an exciting first half. Again, this is a matchup that I was just waiting for all week because you don't get these matchups in the regular season when everything's normal. You don't see De Pere playing Appleton West unless it's a playoff matchup. So you have to enjoy these spring matchups that you're getting while you can. And it's exciting to follow because De Pere coming in undefeated. They've only allowed most in a game, 13 points, and now Appleton West able to match that, scoring 1 point more at this tie game. But again, that turnover in the end zone on that run has changed the game. You were looking at a 14-point lead, now tied. That 14-point swing changes everything compared to how the teams are feeling right now.
Absolutely. Plus some key penalties as well, including on that last drive.
Oh, without the pass interference and also the pass, roughing the passer, the same situation, De Pere has a chance to score. So a lot of things can change on penalties, and we've seen that with every game.
I just want to jump out the window and go, bop, bop, bop. We are at the half here. It is all tied at 14 between De Pere and Appleton West. We will take a timeout and come back to second half action on the way here. Our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
"100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are."
We asked Fox Communities Credit Union members, what does happiness look like to you? We found out that happiness looks a little different for everyone. For some, it's the biggest days. For others, it's the smallest celebrations. From the brightest smiles to the greatest adventures, we give our members peace of mind so that they can enjoy the sweetest moments in life. Whatever your vision of happiness looks like, Fox is here to help you make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
A world of opportunities closer to home. The University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. With over 250 majors, minors, and emphases, no matter what you plan to do or be, we can help you get there. On campus or online, UW-Oshkosh.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
That's another thing I missed, too. The halftime entertainment provided here by Appleton West dancers. Bring it back here to Appleton West High School. I am Joey D alongside Zach Morris, and we've got ourselves a ball game here. It is all tied at 14-14 on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. Not the only game going on, though, here in the area. Why don't you update us a little bit here, Zach?
Yeah, we have plenty of games going on, and Brian doing all our hard work. John doing all our hard work, reporting that Appleton North, they're up 14-0 against Pulaski at the half. Menasha leading Racine Horlick 21-6 at halftime. And also earlier we had from John, Appleton East trailing Kimberly 10-0.
You can see a lot of the other action going on as we are well into the season now. Only, 3 weeks left to play. We don't know about the last 2 weeks as far as some of the teams in the area. Some of the teams already have their schedule set through the end of the season, which will end on Friday, May 7th. And A lot of great football here in the Valley. Take a look and listen to a little bit of the band here tonight. Finally allowed to watch and listen to some of the band. Love it. Nice job by the band and the dance crew here. Our halftime entertainment as we're live here at Appleton West High School. We got a siren going off in the background as well. Hope everybody's okay. Score here right now at the half, 14 all. There's the old fire engine over there. Just adds to the element of the sound, the sights and sounds of Friday night football, doesn't it? We're tied here at the half, 14 all. De Pere coming in at 3-0 under head coach Chad Michaelkevich. I think I was saying his name wrong earlier, but in his 10th season there, and it's looking pretty good that they will have their first winning season since 2015. The last 4 seasons that they played, 4-6, 4-6, 3-6, 4-5. Back in 2015, 10-1. They won the FRCC North, going 9-0 that season, but then lost in level 2 of the playoffs. So looking to get back to a winning season for the Redbirds. I'm gonna let you listen to the band. I'm gonna hush again. All right. More action from the Appleton West Drum Corps and more action from our authorities here. What are you seeing over there, Zach?
Well, we also got a score from James. Nina up 13-7 over Bayport.
Okay. Here we got 14-14. We told you about De Pere and their past. Appleton West 2-1 this season under head coach Mitch Johnson in his 3rd season. Their last winning record came under coach Brent Engen back in 2017. They were 6-4. Last couple of times they played 2-7 and 3-7. So they're looking to get back to the winning ways as well. And here on senior night for them.
Well, Joe, we also got Brian chiming in saying Michaelwitz.
Michaelwitz, that's right.
Say it the way he spelled it, which the way I'm reading it, the way he spelled it, looks like Michaelwitz.
Well, I know a couple of families that spelled it like that, and it's pronounced Mickelcavage.
And then names are a fun situation. Over the years of broadcasting, you can pronounce one name 8 different ways.
In broadcasting school, they taught us that. That's one of the things in one of our classes. Went to school down in southern Indiana. Good broadcasting school at Vincennes University. And so in southern Illinois, well, we all know in Kentucky, it's Louisville, Kentucky, right? some say it differently, but it's basically Louisville, spelled Louisville. Southern Illinois, it's Louisville, spelled the exact same way. This is one of those examples.
So many ways you learn when you move to different parts of this country.
Exactly. In this part of the country, we've got a tie game, 14-all here at the half. We will take another quick timeout here from our fine sponsors. We'll come back. Second half action. We'll recap the first half as well, tell you how the touchdowns happen. Tied at 14. Back after this.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Communities mean everything to Fox. It's in our name. It means giving back and moving forward through life's changes. It means evolving to give you the best personalized financial services. Fox has been here since 1937. Times have changed, but our focus hasn't. It's about our members, today and always. Fox Communities Credit Union. Make life happen.
A world of opportunities, closer to home. The University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. With over 250 majors, minors, and emphases, no matter what you plan to do or be, we can help you get there. On campus or online, UW-Oshkosh.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
Our halftime entertainment has come to a conclusion, and it is just about time for at least 24 more minutes of football. Joey D alongside Zach Morris, and what a first half that was. 14-0 at one point as De Pere scored on their first two possessions on a 16-yard pass to Noah Guillen, and that came at the 8:33 mark of the first quarter. They missed the extra point, so it was only 6-0. Then Appleton West turnover led to a 1-yard run by Herman with 1:10 left. They made the two-point conversion, 14-0. But then with 1:07 left, or check that, 8:28 left in the second quarter, 44-yard run by Valevsky, made it 14-7. And then right at the end of that first half, a 30-yard pass to Chris Meyer, tying it up at 14 apiece. And that is where we sit. What are you expecting here in the second half here, Zach?
Well, you see both offenses were able to do anything at will for a while, but these defenses have really stood up. And again, turnovers is what's going to dictate this game. And so far, West, with that huge turnover in the end zone, is giving them that momentum probably for the second half.
Here we go. Kick taken on the 15-yard line. Cutting it outside the hash mark, now outside the number, still on his feet. To the 41-yard line.
And this is a huge first set of downs for De Pere because the Red Wings were able to score quickly when they did have the ball. And even with that turnover in the end zone, they were still moving the ball really quick. And the question was, wow, they only need about a minute to score.
They had the ball 5 times officially, but that last one took a half second. So really 4 times. Scored on their first 2, but then 3 and out, and also a turnover. And right out of the gate, off and running was Timbrook. Cross midfield. What an explosive play to start this second half.
Well, both these running backs have the quickness to score, and to have these long gashing runs. We just haven't seen much of Timbrook. And when we did see him, he's running off big runs at a time.
Exactly. First 3 games came in averaging almost 100 yards rushing in their first 3 wins of the season. Herman takes the snap. A give once again. Here's Timbrook slicing through the defense for another first down up to the 36-yard line. A 12-yard gain. What do you think the game plan was there at the half, Zach?
Well,
let's give it. Go ahead and give it to him.
You need to start calling plays that West won't expect, and right now a heavy dose of Timbrook is going to change this game.
So again, it is 1st and 10. This time on the 36. Snap, and did he hand it off? He did. That was kind of a co-run, but West was right there. And they did give him a gain. No, they gave him a loss, didn't they? Looking at the wrong marker there. So they lost 1 on the play. 2nd and 11, bring it back to the 37.
John giving us another score, halftime. Oshkosh West 14, Stevens Point 13.
Thanks for all the scores and the shout-outs. Let us know where you're listening at, or if you're listening to a game somewhere or at a ball game somewhere and listen to us. Out to the right side. Oh, you had a man that was close to being 6 down the sideline. Anders Davidson was wide open, but a wobbly duck kind of a pass from Herman falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 11.
Didn't have the camera set for that one, so luckily we did catch the tail end of it, so good thing it wasn't a touchdown. We'll have to do it again, I'm prepared.
Not sure if it was broken coverage or what. Got an official's timeout. They'll get a new football in. And they'll start the play clock. Game clock sits at 10:15, 3rd quarter. Tied at 14. 3rd down and 11. Once again, Herman out of the pocket in some trouble. He'll cut it back to the inside, making something out of nothing. It looked like for sure he was going down, but he is still on his feet. Can somebody take him down? Finally, they do, and 2 flags come in late. Oh, my. The forward progress, they'll put him at the 34, but we have a player down as well. And a couple of penalty flags. But more importantly, they will be taking a look at the injured player. The trainers run out to attend to him. Never like to see this in any kind of sport. We've got a personal foul called. And it's going to be called on to Pere. And West has yet to commit a penalty in this ballgame. 3 of them in that first half by DePere. And thankfully hopping up, Jet Tepler. I believe so. That's good to see. That's really, really good to see.
So with the penalty, the block in the back, I mean, we saw that situation where Herman's running around and was able to just hesitate and find more space to run. But the issue when you keep doing that is your blockers don't know where you're going. And because of that, not sure who made the block, but just because of that situation, not knowing where he was heading, trying to make that extra block, which caused the penalty.
Man, they've had some big yardage penalties. Seems like I think all 4 of them have been. And again, West has yet to commit one, and I just probably jinxed them. 43-yard line is where they will march it back to. It is going to remain 3rd down. And they have to get up to the 26-yard line. So third and about 16 or 17.
Quick scores, Dustin chiming in. Oshkosh North leads Ashwaubenon 15-13 at halftime. And John saying that Fond du Lac leads Green Bay Preble 56-3.
Well, all right then. Here we got a tie game. Much better. Tied up at 14. Going for the long ball. One-on-one coverage. And throwing it just shy of the intended receiver, Bennett Spaeth. Good coverage. And that'll bring up fourth down. So this is where that penalty really becomes costly.
Well, again, it's a tough break for the Redbirds. You had great runs by Timbrook, but now it's got basically all for naught. And that great play by Herman, just the fact that you had the block in the back, and we've seen holds. They were able to avoid a holding call, which on their touchdown drive, but unable to make up the penalty yards on this one.
So West is going to have great field position on their first possession unless something happens here. A flag is down. Is it illegal formation? I believe so. And another penalty on the Pere. 2 straight to start this second half. They've got all 5 committed in the contest. And really 6, because one of them got turned down because there were 2 on the play. And so that just gave West even better field position. Pretty good punt, though. They will let it bounce, and goes inside the 10-yard line. Took a nice little Pere bounce on that turf. And so, once again, West has to start deep in their own territory. They did this a couple of different times.
Oh, yeah, that's what the Terrace offense would tell you, Joey. Yeah, this is no problem. We did it once, we can do it again.
The 8-yard line, so this is the deepest that they have started. They started on their own 9 once back in that first half. So they'll get it for the first time in the second half. A chance to, if they can, drive 92 yards. Actually, they'll mark it on the 9. So if they can march 91 yards, it would be their first lead of the game. And the quarterback keeper there by Hamus.
Good decision, too. Big carry. And again, you want any breathing room you can get helps out so much inside the 10 if you end up going on 4th down for the punts. Because you don't want to be punting and snapping inside your own 5-yard line.
Got himself 4 yards. Second down and 6 on the 13. Man going in motion, that is Chris Meyer. Had that big touchdown in that first half. Instead, here's the handoff to Valesky. Bryson Webb credited with the tackle. Way on that far sideline. That's about as far away as you can get from us up here in the booth. Ball went out of bounds, so clock stops.
Big chance for the Redbirds. You get a 3-and-out here. Your offense was clicking to the penalty. You're going to have the ball around midfield. You'd be in a great situation if they can get a stop.
Third down and 3. A lot of third downs in that first half for both teams. Wrapped up. Valesky may have gotten a little bit, but it is going to be 4th down, and the punt team is on a 3-and-out for the Terrors.
And that's why that first carry of this drive is so huge, Joey. Now you're punting from your 1-yard line near the goal line instead of deep in the end zone.
Instead, they're punting there from the 3-yard line. Almost blocked. Catch taken by Spaeth. He's got some room on the far sideline. Still going. Spinning down near the 20-yard line. Great run back by Bennett Spaeth. I just talked about field possession for West. How about this? The first time that either team has started in the other team's territory tonight. This will be on the West 20-yard line. And Pere gets it for the second time in this half.
Well, the special teams right now, the advantage is the Redbirds. The fact that they've had great kickoff coverage, which they were bobbling for Wes, and were deep in their own end zone, and that punt return helps them so much right now, in just at the red zone.
Handoff, left side, Timbrook. And no gain. Or did they? A couple of yards, I guess. So they move it up. Looks like maybe a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 on the 16-yard line. Again, the first time that either team has started in the other team's territory. Pere looking to capitalize and retake the lead. They haven't scored quite a while. They haven't scored since the 4:14 mark of the first quarter. And once again, Timbrook at the 14-yard line, so it's 3rd down and 4.
Great job by the West interior line, holding strong on this running attack. 2 carries, 6 yards. You can hold them down to a 4th and 1. You'll take that opportunity.
Long time in the huddle. 3rd and 4 on the 14-yard line. Herman takes the snap, takes it himself, in some trouble. And a gang tackle by West, going to bring up a 4th down. Not sure if that was supposed to be a handoff to Timbrook, but Herman took it himself and was hit right away.
It's a great job by all the pass rushers coming in, just coming off the sides and just making it difficult. Too many defenders in the backfield didn't have any options what to do with it.
So it is 4th down and 4 on the 14-yard line.
We haven't seen Noah Geen in quite a while. When you have that big tight end target, this would be a great opportunity to use that deep in the red zone.
4th and 4. Dropping back to pass. Probably a screen play, and it falls incomplete. Because they were just letting guys rush through, and the screenplay does not work. A turnover on downs. How about that? That drive started on the West 20, and it only went 6 yards. And a turnover on downs. That's a 3rd turnover on Pere tonight.
Well, I know he's very, very happy right now, and that'd be the special teams coach for the Tears, knowing that, hey, we had that little issue on our kick return, our punt return. Hey, it's all fine now, and we're actually in a better situation starting on this drive than the previous one.
It'll start on their own 14-yard line with 5:25 remaining. That was a big stop. And Chris Meyer, who scored that touchdown at the end of the first half, now looking to gain some rushing yards as well.
And a big carry, too, 8 yards off of that one.
2nd and 2. Out beyond the 20-yard line. Amos takes the snap. Handoff, and Pere was right there. And Valesky unable to get the first down. That is right there on the line.
In this situation, you're probably going to see him get the ball again.
It is 3rd down and inches. Well, the yard marker says first, but they haven't moved the chains. Now, one of the chain guys is moving. So it is 1st down. Okay.
Well, that was one of the most exciting first downs calls I've seen.
Yeah, they didn't even have to do anything, and all of a sudden it's 1st down.
You're getting the nerves built up. It's 3rd and inches. Okay, we got to get it just not too far, and we got it.
Put that one in the playbook. 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. Give to Velasky, and Ben Moves it across to the 25-yard line.
So he gained a yard. So we
Yeah.
know he would have gotten that play.
Oh, absolutely. We know what's coming. Ball marked right on the 25-yard line. West with it for the second time. Both times starting deep in their own territory. First one was a 3-and-out. This time at least they achieved one first down. Pass across the middle. It is complete to the 35, 36-yard line. And there is Chris Meyer getting it done on the ground and also through the air. We saw the 30-yard touchdown reception.
Again, Meyer that was a great route in the situation where no one is near him, just using his speed and just going upfield. I mean, that's a great route and a great connection to be seen now. His third catch where 2 big first downs and then the big touchdown to tie this one up.
First and 10 on the 36. Rolling to his left. Ball tipped in the air and batted around and falls dead. We've seen a couple of tapped balls. The intended receiver, Caden Bell.
I'm loving the fan interaction. Every time that ball is tipped, we were hearing loud yells because anything can happen.
On the coverage there, once again, Bennett Spaeth. What a player he is. 3-time varsity starter, two-way guy. Going to UW La Crosse to play baseball. What an athlete. Both sides of the football. Almost made a big play there, and a flag in the backfield of Appleton West. Every single De Pere player was pointing towards one player, and a false start is called. The first penalty of the game on the Terrors. Backs them up 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 15 on the 31-yard line. Yeah, they've been pretty disciplined most of this game, but that was pretty clear to everybody on the football field. Probably one of the easiest calls the men in black and white are going to make. Going to motion is Bell. Give it to Velasquez, and wrapped up right away. Caleb Renard in on the stop for the Redbirds. And it's going to be 3rd down and long here for the Terrors.
I believe that was a penalty. That we don't see the Terrors make a lot of penalties tonight, but that one is going to be costly because in this 3rd and 15, we see him get a 3rd and long, but that was 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. 3rd and 15 is just that extra 5 yards gives the defensive backs a little more cushion for the Redbirds.
Amos takes it. The rush is on. And he threw it short. And it falls dead. On the coverage, Luke Brosig.
Didn't want to take the sack, just want to get rid of that ball with that rush coming right at him just to try to get something and help the punting game.
Brosig, a first-year starter.
But a great job by the Redbirds defense, just holding after that big catch by Meyer.
And so De Pere will get the ball back. Again, boy, we have seen penalties be really costly tonight. Now on both sides. And just as I say that, remember when I said West hadn't had a penalty all game? How about 2 out of 3 plays?
These penalties are going to start piling up because the punter will know I need to kick this a little bit further now to get in a good situation. And the Redbirds have been flying a little close to the punter these last few tries and trying to get that first big block punt to alter this game.
Well, we've seen Bennett Spaeth, as soon as he gets the football, burst of speed that he can have. This one will go to the up guy, though. Taking it, Kobe Cullen. And instead of Spaeth, it's Cullen that gives him the good yard position. Field position, and they will start again in West territory.
Back-to-back drives.
Yeah. This time on the 35-yard line with 2:13 remaining. Last time they had it, turnover on downs when they started on the West 20. This time they start on the 35. hear the crowd. That is so nice. Love it. Weather has turned a little more chilly than earlier. Man, when that
Brian
sun was up,
messaging
it
on
felt
our
good.
YouTube live stream comment chat box saying, nice play, Luke. Have a day, 33.
All right. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Taking off running, Gabe Herman, the sophomore quarterback.
Again, let us know where you're listening on our stream here, as we'll be here next week, Joey, with Appleton West taking on Nina.
Can we just keep our equipment here? What do you think?
Yeah, if it works, we got to take it back and make sure we're all set for the broadcast.
Oh, that's right. We got to do graphics and stuff.
Big shout
The behind-the-scenes stuff.
Big shout out to Alex Thomas.
Oh,
taking
yeah.
care of all the graphics.
Seriously. People, you have no idea how much he works on the graphics for all of these games that we bring you. Here's Herman again on the carry at the 17-yard line. Yeah, the behind-the-scenes stuff that goes into a broadcast, even a radio broadcast. I mean, I love it, but, man, there's so much that people don't know. And thanks to Alex and everybody at Woodward for making it possible, from the salespeople.
But a big situation
all the way to
here
the
now.
graphics guy.
Big situation for both these teams. Look at the Redbirds. You're having two great opportunities. Could not convert on that first drive starting at the 20. Now you've reached the 20 again by starting this drive not too far from there. You feel you have to come out with points here.
2nd and 5 on the 17. Tight formation. Again, Herman keeps it himself. Cuts it in outside the hash mark and dives across the 10. And it is going to be 1st and goal for Pere. They're in business with under a minute left to play in the 3rd quarter.
And we'll see if the 12th man, the student section for the Terrors, see if they can help out their home team. Again, another tough situation, 1st and goal. We've seen the Terrors come out with it once before, but the Redhawks for some reason, the Redbirds, I mean, a great opportunity here. If you keep getting towards the end zone, sooner or later you will punch one through.
Redhawks, Redbirds. Hawks are birds.
My mistake.
Here's the handoff and a touchdown, Adam Timbrook, a 7-yard touchdown run. They made that one look way too easy on that drive, and they retake the lead at 20-14.
I know it feels good for Redbird fans just being able to get that touchdown, makes up for having that fumble right before the half, and now it's going to be up to the Terrors. Can they match that touchdown and get their offense back on track where we see it stutter around the 40, 50-yard line? Penalties. No, they were helping so much earlier. They did not help him in that last drive.
That drive taken just under 2 minutes. And they went 35 yards. And
This is a big play call.
Well, they missed an extra point earlier in the game. They made a 2-point conversion, so why not go for what was successful? Rolling to his right, throwing to the end zone. It is complete. A 2-point conversion. And Pere takes an 8-point lead, 22-14. We will take a quick timeout, come back for the end of quarter number 3 right after this.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
I just thoroughly enjoy the members. They become friends. They make me laugh. Sometimes they make me cry. There are times where people need help, and when they leave here with a smile on their face, it makes me proud to be an employee of Fox Communities Credit Union because I hear so many people talk about the good things that we do.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Well, Joey, we know Brian's having a good night. He said, punch this bad boy in, birds, and that a boy, Adam.
All right. Thanks for listening in, tuning in to our YouTube channel. Feel free to chime in. We'll try and give as many shout-outs as we can. Another botched kick return. He does pick it up this time. But again, a hard hit by the special teams of the Redbirds. So West will have it for the 3rd time in this second half. And they'll start on their own 17-yard line. with 18.9 seconds left. Again, capping off that last drive, a 7-yard run by Tim Brook. Started on the 35-yard line, so a 35-yard drive in just under 2 minutes. They started it with 2:13. Let's see how West ends this third quarter. Snapping to give to the big fella. Caden Bell is the runner, and that is how quarter number 3 is going to come to an end. Don't go anywhere. This has all the makings of a great last 12 minutes here of football here at Appleton West High School. Pere takes a 22-14 lead. Back in a minute here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
All right, everybody on their feet. Doing the YMCA. Man, it is so good to have fans back in the stands. We have cheerleaders leading us in it. And we are headed to quarter number 4 here at Appleton West High School. We got a good one for you, as the man on Family Feud would say. 22-14. First play of quarter number 3 of the second down and 6 on the 20, or quarter number 4, I should say. And once again, Caden Bell taking a handoff. Last couple of plays were his.
Trying something different, just trying to find a spark in this offense where it hasn't really, outside of the one catch by Meyer, it has been a little slow.
It was slow to start the game, and then they picked things up at the end of the first half. But the third quarter did slow right back down. The halftime adjustments made by Pere. Still a long way to go, though. Once again, Caden gets the ball. And this time he gets the first down. Might be able to hear a few chuckles from the crowd. The big guy getting some handoffs. Moving the chains, as a matter of fact.
You don't care who has the carry, as long as you find a way to get first downs.
That's right.
And maybe you're trying to confuse the Redbirds a little bit, because then they have been able to handle Valesky and try to find a way to open his game back up.
Minute and 2, quarter number 4. Long way to go in this one. Pass across the middle, and guess who? Chris Meyer, one of his favorite targets here tonight. Up to the 35-yard line, about a 6-yard gain.
Just a solid route runner.
Got a little guy like that, his quickness. Doesn't give his height, but he's only a sophomore. Loaded with sophomores on the roster, 24 of them for Appleton West. Here on senior night, I'm talking about the sophomores. But shout out to all the seniors, both sides, and all the seniors in the area. Well, what have they had to put up with the last 13, 14 months here? Bell again gets the carry. And did he move the chain again? Yeah, it looks like he did. Another first down for Appleton West. This time at the 40-yard line.
Hope you're enjoying our YouTube stream, our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream on YouTube. Chatting in, Brian, saying thank you for doing this, and it's our pleasure just to have spring football. And we also have Mike Go West from Goose Island, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Making me thirsty. Little fake handoff to play action, and now he has to get himself out of the pocket, and he is going to be taken down. Grabbing the jersey, Mason Carter. 5'11", 215-pound senior for Pere. That was a broken play from the very snap. Good coverage downfield as well. Got to give them credit. And so 2nd down and 16, a loss of 6 on the sack. That'll take the air out of your tire a little bit.
Well, it shows you how this play is going to have more of an emphasis what happens on 3rd down. Maybe try to hit Meyer just to be able to get 10 yards, quick 8 yards.
Meyer goes in motion very slowly, and he gets a handoff and drops it. Trying to fall on it, and he finally does. Just slipped right out of his hands on the botched handoff. Back-to-back plays, pushing him backwards here. And the defense stepping up big for the Redbirds. Where they mark this one? It's going to be 3rd and...
Just unfortunate for Meyer there, but had a great night and still able to get the ball back. And if you can't get the down here, you just try to punt it away and get another chance. Just a tough break there for the Terrors, but a great job by the
They need to
Redbirds.
get to Appleton East for a 1st down here. 3rd down and 23. Again, the defense brings the pressure. And again, Heyman scrambles out of it, fires it downfield. And it is incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Kobe Cullen. And it'll be 4th down and 23. Boy, the defense, 3 straight plays just right in the face of the offense of West.
Tough set of downs there for the Terrors, but a great job by West Pere. You get the big touchdown, 2-point. By Pere get the touchdown, 2-point conversion. Now the Redbirds in a situation to get this lead to double digits.
I kind of wondered, they were moving the ball, making 1st downs there, and then all of a sudden they started to call some passing plays and got pushed backwards. Here's Spaeth on the run back, almost to midfield.
Well, it's a little bit easier now for the Terrors defense now that the drive will be starting on the Redbirds side of the field.
Just barely on their 48, but yes, this is the first possession in the 3 possessions here. But they will start in their own territory there on the 48-yard line with 8:09 left to play. 22-14, still a lot of football to be played though. Won't go anywhere. Here's the snap. Give across midfield. Timbrook is taken down by that Brandon Dodge. Gets credit for the tackle, but they are into West territory after a 3-yard gain. It'll go to the 49-yard line, 2nd down and 7. Tick, tick, tick. You see the clock up in that corner.
Time not much of a factor right now, even if they do get a couple of 1st downs. The goal on this drive is just keep them out of the end zone for the Terrors. But if you're the Redbirds, hey, taking time off the clock was not a bad idea either.
Here's Herman. Throws to his right side, and it falls incomplete. He was looking on the right side of Jack May.
You've seen the Redbirds, when they get these long drives, that 2nd down is what those big pass plays they strike. They had Guillen a couple times, but when you get that incomplete on this 3rd down, it gives the energy back to the Terrors, try to get someone on 3rd down.
So it is 3rd down and 7 on the 49-yard line, but more importantly, therefore, West, it does stop the clock. So there's a big 3rd down. Herman went right. Now he comes left. Here comes that pressure right at midfield, taken down. Not even sure he got back to the line of scrimmage. A helmet falls off. Devin Farrell jumping up, and he's got to come off because his helmet came off after making the big play.
He was making sure Herman was going nowhere. I mean, he was running around trying to find a little opening to run, maybe the pass, but that pass rush by the Terrors doing everything they can, not giving them any opportunity on that down.
So West will get the football back. Plenty of time. Comes the pressure and it's blocked. The ball is loose. Picked up by Pere. But West is going to have great field position on the special teams effort. What a block. Who got his hands on that one? Everybody's jumping around. Matthew Vanderputten. Wow, what a play on special teams, and they will have it for the first time tonight in De Pere territory. And what a time to do it, and what a time to come up with a big play.
Oh, and special teams, too, a rough night for the Tears, coming up with a huge block punt where it was De Pere looked like they were going to block punt later in this game, the way they kept closing on the West punter. Great chance to turn the game now for the Tears.
A 33-yard line. And again, they give it to Bell, I believe. Caden Bell, again, the ball carrier. It was working to start the last drive until they went to the air, and then they started getting pushed backwards. He gains 4 more, 2nd down and 6.
Now this Redbirds defense has been very stingy this half. It's not going to be easy either for the Tears.
Snap the give once again. Velasquez back in there, and he is taken down right away. On the tackle, Mason Carter. So they're marking on the 29-yard line now, 3rd and 6, so no gain.
You get caught in the commotion on the sideline that, hey, you have a lot of that energy from the block punt, and then you have to remember you still have to get that first down on that first set of downs, and we're already looking at a 3rd and 6. Big play coming up for Appleton West.
Clock runs with 5:20. Hamas looking left, looking right, taking a snap. The handoff once again to Velasquez. And taken out by Spate. And Eli Herman's also. Credit with the tackle and credit with another first down. Big 3rd down conversion, although probably in 4-down territory. But still, that's a big conversion.
Well, that's what it is. You get that first down, you're going to feel confident, like, okay, it's back. We're going to settle down. The emotions from the turnover, the block punt, and just focus in on offense and do what you do best, which is using Velasquez.
He is the lone setback. And he will get the call. He'll cut it back up to the left, dragging him down from behind, Luke Brosig. But another nice gain. Inside the 20. A 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 on the 18. West trying to possibly tie this thing back up after the big blocked punt. Here's a snap. Little fake handoff and fired it across the left side, intercepted. Picked off by, looked like Jack Jorgensen. Jack Jorgensen coming up with it, and oh boy.
Well, that was an amazing play by Jack Jorgensen, able to stretch out. It appeared the receiver was wide open, but then he was able to dive right before going in the end zone, and Jorgensen making the huge play and giving all the energy back to the side of the Redbirds.
So they will start on their own 2-yard line. 4:27 left to play. First turnover of the game by Appleton West, coming at a crucial time.
You've seen the Tears make a big play near the goal line, and now the Redbirds did the same thing.
Exactly. Good point, partner. Both teams right at the goal line. Got a flag down, but a big play. If it does not come back, here's Timbrook wide open in the open space here, and we'll see if this one comes back or not. The flag's on the 5-yard line. It came early, like right after the handoff.
These are the back-breaking plays of the penalties.
They're walking backwards. It's going to go on De Pere. They've got now 6 turnovers. I'm pretty sure all 6 of them have been big turnovers. I don't think any of them been the 5-yard where you just gained a couple yards.
Well, those penalties have changed so many drives, and this one, the benefit for them is you're not getting backed up too far, but it wipes out a massive run.
Yeah, they'll mark it maybe on the 1 now. So it's like a 1-yard penalty, but
it's a big break for the Teres because you're looking at a situation. They're having 1st and 10 at the 40. Time continues to drain, and now you're in this great situation trying to make up what happened on that play.
Mark it closer to the 2 now. It's 1st down and 11, and again Timber gets it and tripped up. Otherwise, he may have been off for the races again. Out by the 15-yard line, and that will be a 1st down. That's how you get the old, we've said it a lot because we've had a lot of drives starting deep. Breathing room. And more importantly for De Pere, get another set of downs, and the clock keeps going.
Well, it's a great job by Timbrook just using his patience, waiting for his offensive line to give him that running lane. And, hey, great job. And back-to-back runs now for the Redbirds. First one didn't count, but the second one just as good.
1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. Cutting it back inside is Timbrook once again. And Adam Timbrook continues to chalk up the yardage.
So the offensive lineman 1 over for De Pere is just running this ball. You just want to go straight forward. You know what's happening. You know they're going to run the ball. If you can't stop them, it gives them that energy. So let's see what the Terriers can do here. You have to find a way to get the ball back with 3 minutes to go.
2nd down and 3. Timbrook had that go-ahead touchdown. Earlier in the ball game. Another handoff and pushing them backwards. And so Timbrook gets up off the ground as well at the 25. 3rd and very, very short. You got to get to the 25. So it's about the 24 and a half.
Huge play here. To get a 1st down for the Redbirds. They can try to go after the timeouts of Teres, but Appleton West needs to get this stop.
No matter what, the clock is going to stop here after this play. Just got a feeling, just a hunch. Oh, now he runs up under center. Trying for the quarterback sneak, and he got it. 1st down to Pere.
Excellent play decision. Just trying to get something confused on the defensive line, and a play we haven't seen all game.
Timeout is called, the first one of the game, or the second half here for Appleton West. Take a quick timeout as well and come back to Appleton West right after this.
100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
Back here at Appleton West High School, our game of the week. Any other shout-outs yet? Or? Oh, yeah, we can say what we have coming up next. And that will be right here at Appleton West. It will be Neenah coming to town.
Now a matchup you're used to on a normal season.
The old conference foes there. Here, matchup you don't see too often or ever. But, hey, look what year we're in. Look what year it was. But we're playing football. And what a game we've had here tonight, 22-14. West still with 2 more timeouts, but you know Pere's going to run this one out if they get another first down. Well, you know, another timeout taken.
And this is a situation where you would need to just get a stop here, but a great run again by West. I keep saying West De Pere for some reason once in a while. By De Pere, I mean, they're doing a great job running the ball. I mean, this drive has all been runs, so they're able to do what they want. And I'm sure the offensive line, they've been waiting for this game. They just want a steady dose of running the ball, and that's what they're getting.
Would not be a football game in this state without this song, now would it? Let's jump around, huh? They are. It's a little chilly, so everybody's just kind of bundled up. And what a night, though, here this evening. That sun was beautiful earlier today. Thank our sponsors. They make it all possible. Under 2 minutes left to play. One timeout left here for West. Second down and 5. The delayed handoff once again. It's Tim Brook, and he is stopped short. Quick timeout is taken with 1:41 left.
It was a great job, by Appleton West being able to stop DePere on that run, because the lead blocker got out, got the edge rusher, but still found a way to just make the offensive line struggle and get in the backfield, and very minimal gains, so you're in a great situation for third down.
What a game it has been, as DePere scored on their first 2 possessions. West battling right back, forcing a couple of turnovers. There have been 3 turnovers on DePere, 1 on West, but that one that we just saw not too long ago, very, very costly on the goal line. And that's why we are sitting where we are now. They started this drive on their own 2-yard line about 3 minutes ago. They've been able to run down the clock and run out the timeouts here for the Terrors. This is for the ball game. We can safely say that. Connect here, and it is over. 3rd and 4. And he will keep it himself, and there it is. First down, Gabe Herman to the 44-yard line. The clock will stop momentarily with 93 seconds left. But now all it's going to take is for them to run down this clock, and DePere is going to stay undefeated in this spring season. What an effort by the Terrors, fighting back from 2 early touchdowns down to tie it up. But it came all the way down to the wire. We knew that it would. They'll walk slowly up to the football. West is going to drop to 2 and 2. As the victory formation, with 1 minute left, they will have to do it one more time, I believe. Players start to hug and say congratulations.
Brian messaging in saying the dagger, as Wayne would say.
I always like to say a spork, because you never know. Sports can break it. It could go the other way. But it still hurts whenever it goes into
plastic
you, I guess.
knife that you try to use to cut steak, and it's like, now you need a real knife.
I can't. I'm nowhere near a Wayne Larrabee, but I like to call it a spork. This one, though, we'll call it a Wayne Larrabee, since we can't use his line. That is going to do it. Now the teams can officially hug and say congratulations. DePere making the ride here to Appleton. Good to see these 2 teams go at it here this evening. What an effort. Clock runs down, and that'll do it. Your final score here this evening. DePere wins it by a score of 22-14 here on this Friday night at Appleton West. Joey D and Zach Morris, some final thoughts here from you, Zach. What a game.
It was a great game. Again, this was a matchup that we thought was going to be a solid one, knowing that you don't normally see this in regular season, but due to the spring alternate season happening, and this is a great matchup where you have the Fox River Classic coming over with the Valley Football Association, everything else coming together. It's a great game, and we knew it was going to be too, especially for DePere. They've been solid. The most points they allowed is 13 so far in the game, and West was able to put 14 at half, and just unable to get the big play, and the huge turnover saved the game for DePere, catching it at the goal line, Jorgensen. So it was a great interception and a great game played by both teams. We've seen the offenses work well at times for both teams.
Saw a little bit of everything tonight, from missed extra points to turnovers to blocked punts, interception, of course, touchdowns. Let's give credit tonight. Noah Guillen, 16-yarder. Herman with a 1-yard run. 44-yard run by Valesky. A 30-yard touchdown pass to end the first half to Chris Meyer. That tied things up at 14. Then the only other score was by Timbrook, a 7-yard run with a couple seconds left to go in the third quarter. No scores there in that final quarter, but a block punt and an interception. So it was still really, really exciting. It went down to the wire, but in the end, it is De Pere coming out on top, 22-14. Next up for them, they will wind things down with Manitowoc, Lincoln, and then TBD to wrap up the season officially on May 7th. As for Appleton West, they will welcome in Neenah. That game sounds familiar. Why? Because we will be right here next week. So glad. Want to thank the assistants up here as far as our spotters from Appleton West. Big, big help here this evening, and we get to be with them next week as well as Neenah comes to town.
Thanks for those listening on our YouTube stream. And
any final shout-outs?
Game.
Yeah.
No, we don't have any new ones, but thanks for chiming in throughout the game.
Absolutely. Do it again next week. For my partner, Zach Morris, I am Joey D, bidding you farewell from Appleton West High School. A good one here on this Friday night. Happy trails, as the song is saying right now. Your final score, once again, De Pere 22, Appleton West 14. This has been a presentation of Woodward Communications.